it's Friedia here, and today I wanted to talk about a few apps that have helped me as being a new mom, and yeah, my iPhone is by my side all the time. As you know, being an iPhone or Android user, there are apps for almost everything, and what I didn't know is there are actually apps for breastfeeding. So when I first started breastfeeding my baby, I just opened the Notes app and I would put what time I started feeding until what time and what time there's a dirty diaper, because I wanted to keep track. Our baby, after a day or two, lost a pound, so I was told to feed him every 2 hours until he got back to his birth weight. And so just to keep track, I didn't even think there would be a breastfeeding app, but there are plenty. But the one that I chose and that's been so helpful is called Baby Feed. And yes, it does cost money, but I thought it'll be well worth it at the end, and I think it is. Again, if you're not very if you don't need that much information, then maybe you don't need to buy this particular app, but there are other breastfeeding great apps out there that are for free. But the reason why I got this is because I just really wanted to keep track of when he eats, when he soils his diaper, if I'm going to pump breast milk, and what else? Some growth stuff and reminders, and they even have an analytics thing where you can see how many times they fed and the average time between feeding and stuff like that. So for me, I like seeing that because it can kind of tell me, you know, what pattern he's on and what I need to look out for, yada yada. So right off the bat, you will see that you are able to put in your baby's photo and his name, and it'll tell you how old he is, and it also on the very bottom of that tells you when his last feed was, because you know when you're breastfeeding, you're going from the time you started breastfeeding. So let's say if I started at 1 o'clock and I finished at 1:30, you're still going from the last time he fed, which was 1 o'clock, because that's his wake time, I think. And then you can actually add other kids, which eventually it'll happen, I guess. And then it says left and right, so it'll just tell you what breast you should be feeding on. I think what happens is if you're nursing on one breast for over 10 minutes, then it will go to the next breast. Another thing that I like is that when you press it, then there is a stop and pause button. The pause button definitely helps because in between I've learned that you really want to burp your baby, not just like a one burp, but actually have 5 to 10 minutes of consecutively burping your baby. I didn't know these things, but if you don't burp your baby very well, then he or she can get really fussy and your feeding can kind of get off, which I know other apps, they don't have that. Another cool thing is that you're able to just put in the time manually yourself. Let's say you forgot your phone and you forgot to press start or stop or whatever, then you can actually go back and put it in, which a lot of apps you can't. Another thing, when you go into the settings, you can actually synchronize your phone with your husband or your mom or whoever's helping you take care of the baby. They can kind of see the schedule as well. If you're pumping and you are going to bottle feed, then I think that's also a good way to just synchronize your phone with whoever is there, and they can kind of just stay on the same log as you are. It's a pretty simple, basic app, but I have been using it all the time. I've been using it for the past, I guess I found out after 2 weeks that there are breastfeeding apps, but I've been using it for the past month, and really it has been so helpful because when you're a mom and you breastfeed, you kind of forget what breast you fed or nursed on last. I know there's the nursing bras that you can put the clip on, and so you can remember, oh, I just fed him on the left hand side, and then you take the clip and you move it. Anyways, but this app has been very helpful. So if not this one, moms, use a breastfeeding app. It really does help because you have your phone with you all the time. The next app is a white noise app, and I have downloaded several, and all of them were not as great as this one, which is the Relax M, Relax Melodies, this little guy right here. So all the other white noise apps they have like, you know, good white noise, but what I love about this one is that you're able to combine 2 or 3 different noises. So I know for my baby, he really likes white noise, he likes the rainfall, he also likes ocean. So you can actually mix these sounds, and I put it near him when I'm trying to get him to nap, or even when I'm trying to get him to sleep at night. I'll either mix it or I'll just do one noise, and it really helps so much. Like, you forget how much noise helps calm babies down. Another thing, they have like vacuum cleaners, they have orchestra. Like, another thing my baby loves is classical music. So inside the white noise, if I add this classical music, it'll soothe him. And it's just great because you can combine it. There's volume. It's just very helpful to have a white noise app. When I first had my baby, every single day I would get a text message from either a friend, a relative, a far off relative, or someone on Facebook saying, can you please post a photo of your baby, or can you please text me a photo of your baby today? Because babies grow so fast, their faces changes so freaking fast that yeah, I was like, my whole photo feed are all baby photos now. But I was taking photos every day, but when you get like 3 or 4 people every single day asking for photos, in the beginning it's fun, but then after a while it's like, oh, I'm struggling to get him to nap, or, you know, all these things that you would rather be doing than sending photos. So I know that there are a lot of photo sharing apps, but I have actually been liking Tiny Beans, and I have my whole family on it because every single day usually my husband and I upload a photo, and they can like it, they can share it, they can download it, they can comment on it, and yeah, and in the calendar you can see all the photos. It's really easy to upload, it's really easy to just swipe through all the photos to look at, and yeah, I thought it was just really cute. My friends use another app, but this so far has been really great for our family. The only annoying thing about this app though is if you do download it and you're like the main administrative person on this app, like let's say my husband and I, we are the only ones that can upload, comment, put all these other things. If you are that administrative person, you will get an email for every single comment or like. I'm sure there's somewhere in the settings where you can turn that off, but you will get that, and it gets kind of annoying because every single family member has to like all the photos every day, and so it can get a little bit of a hassle deleting them, but it's not that bad. On the other hand, for the other family members who are not administrative family members, they get an email a day. So if my husband and I posted a photo today, then they will get an email at the end of the day saying, hey, have you checked your Tiny Beans? If we haven't uploaded a photo, they won't get an email. But yeah, so actually I have a few family members who have not downloaded the app, but they get the email saying that there's a new photo, so they can actually check the photo without opening the app. So it's a plus and a minus, but definitely helpful if you have a lot of family asking for photos. Another cool thing about Tiny Beans is that you can upload videos. So we've been adding quick little snippets of him cooing or moving his legs or smiling, and they love it. Especially family that lives far away or in a different state or if in a different country, they can all log in and look at your baby. And my mother-in-law called me twice already saying how much she loved that we upload every day, and so she can keep track of his growth. So definitely a good app to have. This is not very mommy related, but another app that has helped me very much is having the Nest app. The Nest is what you're gonna use to control the temperature in your house. And this is great because if you're holding a baby and let's say you're in bed and you don't want to get out or up in the middle of the night, you can just and you think it's cold, you can turn this on. Another reason why I love this Nest app is because we found out the sweet spot in our house that makes my baby just go real quiet is right by where the heater is, and it makes the sound go woo like that, and it just calms him down and he will go to sleep within minutes. Most of the time he'll go to sleep in minutes. So we use the Nest app a lot. Now that it's kind of warm in LA, or at least this week it is, we haven't been using it as much, and we're trying to find other ways to get him to sleep, but the Nest app is great. Another home app that was really helpful is Hue. With Hue, you can control all the lights. For us, we have it in the living room. If he's going to be in the corner of the room, then we can just dim that light. Or if I'm nursing in one corner of the room, we can dim that light. There's just so many ways to use it, and I love it because I wish all rooms had dimmers so we can just kind of like turn it down a little for when we want them to nap, because you don't want it all the way down. Then you won't be able to see anything. If they're sleeping or if they're nursing, you won't be able to know. So yeah, being able to dim the living room lights has been a blessing. So those are just some of the few apps that have been helping me. I'm still a new mom, so I'm still looking for apps that are helpful because, like I said, my iPhone never leaves my side, and it's every tool that I need right now. I mean, recently you can even get an app for the hospital that you go to. You can make appointments and stuff, which is crazy. You don't even need to call anyone anymore. It's just on your phone. The world we live in, insane. Hopefully these apps will help you out as well. If there are any apps that you recommend, please let me know in the comments below. These are the ones that have been helping me out right now. I'm sure I'll find new apps soon, and I'll let you know. If you liked the video, please thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! So here is literally the makeup look that I'm doing every day. I'm gonna start off with a clean, fresh face, and I'm going to apply a primer.